What's up, Keep Pounding crew? Back to with another video. Keep pounding. Today's topic is Halloween has come early. We lost to the Giants. 25-3. If you like the video, if you like the channel, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. Let's get into it. So, Heartbreak City again. This is our fourth straight loss. And frankly, our ceiling is now 9 wins, which is not good enough to get us to the playoffs. This season is essentially dead. That's basically how everybody feels right now. I mean, I'm making this video on Wednesday. I had some stuff to deal with during the week, so I apologize on being a little late with this video. But, yeah, let's get into it. Let's start with the quarterback. C. And if you're not used to my grading system, it is A through F for each position. And it applies to all the players in those positions for that said game. So, C for Sam Darnold and PJ Walker. I mean, the only thing that made this a C instead of a C minus was PJ actually improved a little bit. You know, he was throwing a couple of darts, but they were in coverage. And of course, another dead drive. What did you expect when you bring PJ in? When Sam himself is struggling behind a very, very damaged offensive line that can't seem to get it together. Oh, not to mention Joe Brady is still calling horrible plays. But we'll get to that. Oh, and by the way, fire Joe Brady. Just saying. Matt, grow a spine. Do what's necessary for the future of this team. Otherwise, you're going to be in hot water too. I'm tired of watching coaches cover up for weak coordinators that can't seem to get the job done. I saw a few good passes from Sam, but again, more of the same from last week, where he's forcing the ball where it should not go into a sea of blue jerseys and trying to force it to Robbie Anderson where he is covered. Stop using this man as a security blanket. He's not that at all. Come on. Find somebody to throw it to or throw it away. Then at least we'll know for sure that at least you tried your best to look through your reads and couldn't find anybody. And that won't be your fault if we have three and outs with incompletions. You know, where you throwing it away with nobody open. I understand that. I get that. That's on Joe. But when you sit there with a clean pocket and you throw picks to our former teammate, James Bradbury, come on, man. Come on, man. You know I gotta dock you for that. You know I got to. And all of this is for love, man. This is tough love right now. Because everybody's getting some. Except for the players that did their job and put in the effort and the hard work this week. So, you know, those players will get their due respect that they have earned. Running back, Chuba Hubbard for example. B, with Royce as well, they both did well. I believe, they're worthy of the B grade. I think that's a passing grade. Good job, guys. You guys put in the effort. You guys wanted it. But you can only do so much. You know what I mean? I forgive Chuba for the one drop. It's okay. Just please stop doing it. We love you, man, but everybody's entitled to one drop every once in a blue moon. It's not a problem, but don't make it a habit. Please don't make it a habit of once a game. All right, man? Wide receiver B. The wide receivers did all they could with a terrible game plan and a terrible play calling. What did you expect? I got to give them the B grade. I can't give them the A because they didn't do anything, to earn the A grade, but B grade gives them the benefit of the doubt since they didn't, they didn't earn it. And it's somewhat not their fault, But I got to give credit where it's due. And there's a reason why this is a B instead of a C, and that's DJ Moore. DJ has been quietly racking up some major plays. It's gone completely unnoticed by all the statisticians, but for me, it hasn't, because he's racking up fantasy points for me right now, and I've noticed it very, very clearly, because I drafted the man, and I have not been let down since week 1. Not even once. Not since I drafted the man. So, well done, DJ. Keep up the great work. I love the effort. I love what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I would love to see you stay after this year, but there's no telling what's going to happen. Because heads are about to start rolling here soon, so who knows who's going to stay and who isn't. I hope you get to stay. You've earned the right to. Tight end C. Tommy Tremble was there, but he was kind of a non-factor. I can't give anything more than that right now. O-line, C-. Y'all looked awful. Y'all looked just straight pitiful. This Giants defense isn't even that good. Okay? That D-line is not even that good. They were ranked 26th in the league, somewhere around that area, coming into this game. So, to allow that much pressure is not healthy. Okay? And the day that I'm recording this video, now we have John Miller on the IR. So, again, begs the question, what kind of drills are we doing that is causing these kinds of injuries? Because these injuries are not happening during actual games. A few of them are, yes. But this one, no. There's at least 5 injuries that I can count off the top of my head that are happening from practices. Practices, okay? We had 4 people on the concussion list in concussion protocol, and 2 of them have never taken a single snap. What kind of drills are we doing during practices? Because one of them was a punter who had a bad back that ended up on the IR. Now, what kind of drills are you giving him? We would all love to know that. But anyway, back to the offensive line. We got Cameron Irving, who everybody thinks is the best thing since sliced bread. No. We're done being optimistic. It's time to be realistic. It's time to open up our eyes and see what's really going on with this team. The stuff I've been noticing and I've been pointing out since week 1. This offensive line looked okay through Dallas until they were blitzed. Once the blitzes started happening, that's where we got screwed. That's where we got totally exposed. And now we know who got exposed and for what reason. Matchups. So, when I look at somebody named Brady Christensen, I gotta eat a little crow here, man, because he was one of my picks in the draft. I gotta eat that crow on this one. I thought he was a magician, that he might be able to pull a rabbit out of the hat and maybe be one of the choices that might help us in our depth chart, but nope. No dice. Well, you're bound to... It's a gamble every time you draft or pick up an offensive lineman or trade for an offensive lineman. It's a gamble. You don't know what you're getting. You honestly don't. It's like playing the lottery. When you trade, at least you have some idea of what's going on. But the other two methods, roll them dice, homie. Hope they come up nice. And with this one, it didn't. Because he missed 2 blocks during this Giants game, and both of them ended up being sacks. That was not on Sam Darnold. Those 2 sacks were on him, specifically. If you go back and look at the film, it was him. And don't give me this garbage excuse of, oh, he held on to the ball too long. No. I know how long y'all try to do these little snap counts for. I know. Yeah, I know. I know y'all rush these snap counts on purpose. Don't even act like you don't. No, it's 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. And if that ball ain't out of there by 3 1,000, you're in trouble. But that was 2.7 seconds. I clocked it. I clocked it myself. I've been doing that all year. So don't act like your snap count meter is better than mine. Okay? Do it right. And you'll get the right result. So try again, please. Defensive tackle. B grade. I mean, realistically, the Giants don't really have much of a running game, so we kind of shut it down as best we could. Barkley can rip some runs off on you if you let him, but in this game, we kind of let him out a few times, but, overall, I thought it was okay. And Davion Nixon did well with the pass rush, I thought, and we still got some work to do. Defensive end, B. The pass rush was there. Brian Burns was there. He got the job done. Morgan Fox was not. That's why it's a B grade. Otherwise, it would be an A. So, it's good to see Brian Burns not get blocked out by a tight end or anything of that nature. And just able to freely make moves and pass rush and go after Daniel Jones. So, corner. That's going to be a C+ for me. I saw some plays, but I would argue a B minus. I think I'll change it to a B minus because Bradbury played really, really well against us. But Dante was better. Dante was much better. And if you want to talk about former Panthers players, we'll get to Gano in a minute. But I thought corners wise, Dante did really well. You know, he's been a spark for us on defense. So, credit to you. You deserve it. You've been working hard all year. Give this man some love. Take the heat off Dante. Now, AJ Boye got roasted like a turkey on Thanksgiving. It was ugly in this game. Ugly. And all Daniel Jones had to do was just roll out. Just roll out. He'd find a check down. It's as easy as a PA rollout play. Really. That's all it really was. Hook and ladder, PA, rollout. You got Daniel Jones just sitting there looking for his tight end, looking for his slot receiver, for that easy 6 or 7 yards. AJ Boye just kept getting roasted by that. It was so bad. And then we started putting people over there. They went after Daniel Jones, leaving those wide receivers one-on-one with a safety. And y'all know which safety I'm talking about. He's the one that I've been complaining about every week. His name starts with Sean. It ends with Chandler. Guys, by the time we got to the fourth quarter, we finally got wise to it. We put Jeremy Chin over there, and, it stopped it. It stopped it to a degree. But, man, by that point, they've already done their damage. That's just... I understand players have bad days sometimes. But AJ got straight roasted. It was disgusting. Alright, so... we go to linebacker. That's a B. I thought, we got a great pass rush from Perryman. And I thought, maybe there's something there with the linebacking crew. I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe in this crew. I hope we get Shaq back soon. That'll complete that set, and that'll shut down a lot of these little cheap 5 to 6 yard runs. He was the reason that a lot of those runs were not getting as far as they were. With Alvin Kamara, with Elliott, who could have run up a absolute tab on us in yards if Shaq hadn't been in that game in Dallas. So we do miss Shaq, and we hope he has a speedy recovery and can get back on the field soon. We need him. But at this point, what for? Our ceiling's 9 games. What for now? So we go to free safety. You guys already know how I feel about that one. Sean Chandler. Enough said. This man's trash. Next. Strong safety, B. Jeremy Chin, you get what you get from Jeremy Chin. This dude's the beast every time he comes onto the field. He's a monster. Come on, man. Give Chin some love. Get off his back. This dude's awesome. No one should be throwing this dude under the bus at this point. Or putting him in 80 trade offers. None of that. No. We want Chin here. In Carolina. Leave this man alone. Let him do what he does. Build around him. Special teams, B. I thought we did much better on special teams. Except for the punting, which we averaged about 34 yards a punt. About 6 or 7 points, and I was kind of like, it's borderline concerning. But, I was like, as long as we get 35 or more yards on a punt, I'm like, okay, cool, let's focus on other areas. But we averaged just below that point set that I marginalized. So I'm kind of going, let's take it for what it is. We just released the guy today, so now we got a punter question. What are we doing there? Beats me. Coaching, C. Y'all know who's getting docked for these points. It's not a mystery. It's not a mystery at all. You guys have seen the comments. You've thrown some up yourself this week. Come on, don't act like you didn't. Joe Brady needs to go. It's that simple. It really is that simple. And if Matt Rule has any spine whatsoever as a head coach and is prepared to lead a team in the NFL for more than 2 years, he's got to have the spine to hire and fire coaches, assistant coordinators, and coordinators in general. You got to have that spine. You got to have that dog mentality and the brains to figure out, oh, hey, this isn't working. We need a new coordinator. Stop covering for the man and grow a spine. Please and thank you from all the Panthers fans out there. We're fed up with this crap. We are fed up with you using excuse after excuse after excuse every week in press conferences to cover up for his inequities. Stop. This is not acceptable anymore. And if you don't do it, Scott Fitterer can do it, and so can David Tepper. Find a spine and do it. I don't want to see you running the same route as Ron Rivera did and end up gone in like 4 or 5 years. Because this is a gateway to many, many other issues that Ron Rivera did over that course of time. And we were very patient with him. But that patience ends at some point. Tepper's very patient as an owner. He's very patient. But that patience does run out. So I would very, very much like to see you stay. But if you do not get this offensive coordinator out of Carolina, we will make sure that David Tepper hears every word of our complaints. And that will put you in some really, really hot water, my friend. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. Don't do this, Matt. Don't make us do this. Do the right thing. Please. I'm begging you. For the future of this franchise, please. Matt Rule did okay. I'm just a little upset with the fact that we've had to waste timeouts where he's covered for players for not doing the right thing. This week, he actually did change that up, and he let him take the penalties, and he took my advice. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, I'm asking you to take my advice again. Please fire Joe Brady. Okay, he's obviously and clearly the problem. Everybody else is fine. Leave him alone. But Joe Brady needs to go. I love Phil Snow, man. Phil Snow's been doing a phenomenal job. Keep him here for as long as we possibly can. He joins the ranks of really, really good defensive coordinators that we've had in our Panthers history. We've had McDermott, we've had Wilkes. I've been very, very happy with all three of them. And Phil Snow's got my full support right now. So please, leave Phil alone. Leave Blackburn alone. It's not his fault the special teams is falling. It's the domino effect. Because of everything else that's fallen apart. And it starts with Joe Brady. That domino effect started with him. So, don't blame them for your problems. Really. Just don't. Meanwhile, again, we're looking at Joe Brady coming into these press conferences lying, and that Pinocchio nose has become a full-grown tree at this point. When is it going to stop? When are we going to do something about that? After we lose to the Falcons and you lose your job, Matt? No. Tepper doesn't want to clean house again. He don't want to have to do that. Plus, he owes you money. So, but I'll tell you what, he ain't afraid to fire people if it needs to be done. So, please don't become one of them. Alright, moving on to tackling. I rate that a C+. I think there's a lot of missed tackles that we had in that Giants game. That we had angles that we could have made those tackles. There's no excuse for it. So, please, fix that. Thank you. I'm not mad at you for that one. I'm not even frustrated at that. That's expected at this point. It's just fatigue. Once you get to the fourth quarter, it's fatigue. Before that, those missed tackles are missed tackles. You know what I'm saying? And you can correct that. You could find that stuff on film, and you could do something about it the next week. So, those players know who they are. I'm not going to point them out. But I do got to dock you on that one. So, effort in the Giants game, D. And that falls solely on the offense. Not on the defense. Solely on the offense. Minus the players that I have mentioned before that have gotten the credit that they are due. For putting in the effort and for putting in the plays that we need. There's a few players on defense that just got roasted. I mean, it was bad, but you expect that from Sean Chandler, who's trash. Uh, you expect that when fatigue sets in on defense. So, that's not what I'm docking that grade for. I'm docking that grade for when you were putting in an effort and it just wasn't there. You know? Or you got lazy on plays, AJ, I'm talking to you, man. Come on, dude. Wake up, bro. But at the same time, I can't even get mad at the defense because if the offense completely wastes your effort and takes you out of playoff contention, I would say the same thing. I'd be like, why should I play? Why should I play hard? I'm getting paid anyway. Why should I get put? Why should I get paid for this garbage? On offense. Why should I put my effort in? And I'll tell you why. Development. The answer is development. Because we want most of you here for 2022. As many as we can keep. We would love to have you for 2022 season. So that means putting in an effort every week. You're not guaranteed to keep your spot. You're not guaranteed to stay in Carolina. So please keep earning your stay. We love having you here. And if you keep putting in the effort, we'll love you for it. We'll show you the love that you're due here on this channel. And on the Facebook page, Keep Pounding. In all caps. We'll show you that love, man. We'll gladly show you that love. And that development is going to help you. Maybe set some goals for yourselves, What would I like to see improve about my game? If you're a defensive player. What did I do right? What can I possibly move to the next level on? Set some goals. Figure it out, But I love you guys that have been putting in that effort, though. That's what's up. You guys are not the ones I'm docking this grade for. The ones I am docking the grade for know exactly who they are. And I don't even need to preach on these players because they already know what they had done wrong. Ever it was. And again, it starts with Joe Brady and this management. So, what it comes down to is